Welcome back. When you think of world-class wine destinations, you may think of Italy or France or California, but not today. We're taking you on a wine journey into the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia.
From approachable crowd pleasers to Virginia's cult wine costing nearly $300, we'll show you how to have the perfect Virginia wine weekend. We're taking you inside 4 estates: Glen Manor, Rappahannock Cellars, Linden, and Lost Mountain, each defined by their unique environment. And because 2 days of fine wine deserve a night of absolute luxury, we're checking into a boutique bed and breakfast. This historic manor offers Virginia hunt country elegance, award-winning cuisine, and stunning views of the countryside. And make sure to stick around to the end for our tips on how to master the art of wine tasting, no matter where your adventures take you. So grab a glass and let's go explore. Virginia is home to nearly 300 wineries. Whether you want a $20 bottle for a picnic or a world-class reserve, there's a spot here for you. And for those of you short on time, stick around and we'll show you how to do this even if you only have an afternoon to spare.
Welcome to our first stop, Glen Manor Vineyards.
We're right outside of Front Royal, Virginia, and on this trip we're going to focus on the Middleburg and Shenandoah Valley AVAs.
The rich, rocky soil here produces fantastic fruit, and we think Glen Manor has some of the best wines around. So let's head inside.
Situated on the western slopes of the Blue Ridge Mountains, bordering Shenandoah National Park, is Glen Manor, a small, family-owned winery. They have a casual tasting room, where walk-ins are welcome for groups up to 4. This is not a winery to visit if you're with a large group. It's a quiet and intimate tasting experience. When the weather's nice, you can also sit outside overlooking the vineyard. Not a bad view for wine tasting. Tasting fees at Glen Manor are $25. Many wines are also available by the glass or bottle to enjoy on site. If you're looking to take a bottle home, expect to spend $25 to $65 a bottle. Glen Manor does not serve food, but you're welcome to bring a picnic lunch to enjoy alongside the wines.
That's a wrap here at Glen Manor Vineyards. One of our favorites kind of here in Virginia. What'd you think?
I just like how down-to-earth Glen Manor is. You know, there are definitely some high-brow, high-end wineries in Virginia that charge a premium. They are very reasonably priced. They're very friendly. And, you know, they work the land, they love the wine. So it's a great experience.
Correct. The owner of the winery was actually up on the hill in the vineyard today doing work. So they make really good wines. It's all estate fruit, and you can tell that there's care put into the wines that they make here.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
Glen Manor has a rich winemaking history, but this whole region actually has roots going all the way back to the founding fathers. In the 1770s, Thomas Jefferson planted several Italian grape varietals at his Monticello estate. The vines died due to pests, but his legacy lives on with the robust wine region around his estate. Virginia is hot and humid, which requires wine growers to focus on meticulous vine management to ensure the best quality fruit. Wineries here mainly grow Chardonnay, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, and Petit Verdot. And most of the wineries we're visiting focus on Bordeaux-style red blends. Those are wines that typically use Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and Petit Verdot.
Before we head to stop number 2, it's time for lunch. We're headed to Main Street in Front Royal, Virginia.
This charming town is home to about 15,000 residents and sits at the northern end of Shenandoah National Park. It's a great stop if you're looking for food, fuel, or a little retail therapy. Next up, let's head just across Shenandoah to Rappahannock Cellars. Another small family winery, Rappahannock is deeply committed to sustainability and environmentally friendly farming.
One of the things we like about Virginia is the casual atmosphere at the wineries.
And don't feel intimidated going wine tasting in Virginia. Engage your wine host. They'll tell you all sorts of information about the winery.
This is a larger tasting room with plenty of seating inside and out. Rappahannock can accommodate small and larger groups. There's a main tasting room, but there are several other spots around the grounds where you can enjoy the wines. If the weather is nice, you can grab a seat outside to enjoy the vineyard views. Tasting fees at Rappahannock are $20. Many wines are also available by the glass or bottle to enjoy on site. If you'd like to purchase wine, look to spend $30 to $50 per bottle.
Well, Ryan, we've just finished up at Rappahannock. What did you think?
I thought this was a fun winery. This is a place to come if you have a group, want to sit outside, enjoy some food, and have a glass of wine. How about you?
I thought overall it was nice to try something new. I don't think their wines are quite where we would normally go. They're a little on the sweeter side of things, but that generally is a crowd pleaser, so I can see why it would be popular. Probably is more of a socializing place to be.
I agree. The wines are a little sweet for my palate, but always drink what you like.
Well, it's been a long day. I think it's time for us to head to our hotel for the night.
We're staying tonight at the historic Glen Gordon Manor bed and breakfast. Originally a Wells Fargo stagecoach stop in the 1800s, chef and owner Dane Smith purchased the property in 2006. The bed and breakfast has 11 rooms in total, each with their own unique character and style. Check-in is a casual process. We're greeted with champagne and taken on a tour of the property. 5 guest rooms are in the main building, along with a few lounge areas, a bar, and the dining room. The bar has a great selection, particularly bourbons, and a craft cocktail list. The chef also maintains an extensive library of wines, but before we get into more drinks, let's head to our room. We booked the Briargate room, which is the most recently renovated room. It's moody with dark gray tones that accentuate the artwork. It features a soft memory foam mattress, nice pillows, and crisp, high-quality linens. It's spacious and comfortable, but planned to disconnect. There is no TV, but all rooms include Wi-Fi, and the speeds were sufficient, but may not support streaming. There is cell phone service here, but your connection may vary. There's also a large wardrobe in the corner. The bathroom features bright white marble tile and gold fixtures. There's a large mosaic feature in the shower, and a single pedestal sink and bespoke toiletries. Overall, this is a comfortable room. Let's explore the grounds a bit. Stepping outside of our room, you find yourself in an eclectic hallway that feels like a passage in an old manor home. It also serves as a library with books lining the walls. These are available for guests to enjoy during their stay. The hunt room overlooks the pool and features murals near the timber beam ceiling. The space used to serve as the ballroom for the house. Today, it's a living room for guests to relax. Behind is a smaller room with an intricate ceiling decorated in flower sculptures with views out to the chicken pasture and the horse barn. The remaining rooms in the main house are located just past the hunt room. Let's head outside and check out the grounds and horse barn. Here, you'll find the resident horses, but the barn also serves as the wellness area. There is a spa treatment room and a fitness center. The fitness center was nicely equipped for a small boutique hotel. The spa area is being updated, and a brand new spa and sauna area will come later in 2026. There's also an outdoor pool which is open seasonally, and it's located right off the main house. Parking is free, and there are level 2 EV chargers available. The remaining guest rooms are split between 2 additional buildings on the property. Guests are also welcome to enjoy the grounds and take in the countryside. After exploring the property, we cleaned up and headed to the bar for a couple of cocktails.
So this is our first time at a B&B, and I'd say it's not quite what I thought a B&B would be like. I always kind of figured those would be very, like you're in somebody's home, and the owner does live here on the property, but the overall vibe is it's a good service, but it's casual, like approachable service.
This is definitely a relaxing way to end a day of wine tasting in Virginia.
One thing that makes this bed and breakfast a little different is dinner. The Houndstooth restaurant offers fine dining and is open to the public. Dinner is by reservation, and if you stay here over the weekend, dinner is required. The owner is also the chef, and it's clear food is his passion. The menu is a pre-fee 5-course menu, and we thought the food was excellent. Everyone is seated around the same time, and the service was great. We ate in the main dining room, but if they're busy, they also accommodate diners in other spaces, so everyone is spaced out and it's a private, quiet experience. Our day begins with coffee delivered to the room. When we checked in, we were asked what time and how we'd like our coffee. This is a bed and breakfast, so of course breakfast is included and starts at 8:30 a.m. It's a set menu and started with house-made granola, berries, and yogurt. This was served with warm pumpkin bread. Both were a great start. Today's main course, eggs Florentine, with the eggs fresh from the chicken coop out back. Breakfast was excellent and a great way to wrap up our stay before continuing our wine tour. This is our first time staying in a B&B, so we weren't sure what to expect. The staff were friendly and the experience much more casual and intimate than a hotel. We paid $400 for our room, which included breakfast. Dinner and drinks were extra. We enjoyed our stay and would definitely come back.
Well, it's a sunny and windy morning here in Virginia. How'd you sleep?
I slept well. Both the bed and the room were comfortable. We've also stayed at the nearby Inn at Little Washington, which is a Michelin-rated restaurant and hotel. If you want to see how that compares, we'll link that video down in the description.
And if you'd like to keep up with our travels, please feel free to subscribe to our channel. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Both of these things really help us out. Thank you.
Checkout is 11 a.m., but we've got our first appointment to get to, so let's head out.
First stop on day 2, Linden Vineyards.
Even if you don't have 2 full days to go wine tasting, there are plenty of wineries within 90 minutes of DC. If you're in Southern Virginia, Charlottesville has a lot of wineries down there as well.
Linden Vineyards sits near the top of a hillside with expansive views of the surrounding vines. It's a stunning spot. The main tasting room has 2 large indoor bars. Reservations are recommended, which you can make on their website. Walk-ins are welcome on a space available basis. Stepping out of the tasting room, you emerge onto the expansive balcony. There's plenty of outdoor seating and great views of the vineyards. A second indoor space is tucked behind the tasting room with additional tables and chairs. This is a partially enclosed area. Wherever you sit, you can enjoy a glass or a bottle. Light bites are also available to order, and we couldn't pass up some fresh bread and olive oil. Tasting fees at Linden are $30. During our tasting, we had a dedicated host who shared a wealth of info about the wines and the property. Linden is owned by Jim Law, and he's been at this for a while. When he first moved to Virginia in the 1980s, he brought old world skills and helped shape the wine region into what we see today. In 1983, he purchased the property. He planted the first 8 acres of vines in 1985 and released his first vintage in 1987. Today, Linden produces nearly 4,000 cases of wine each year and grows fruit at 3 distinct vineyard sites. It's still family run, and we even ran into his daughter Samantha during our visit. The estate produces both white and red wines, including Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Franc, and several red blends. If you'd like to purchase wine, look to spend $30 to $75 per bottle.
So we're enjoying a couple glasses of wine after our tasting and some food here at Linden. What did you think of the tasting?
So it's been a while since we've been here, and I very much appreciate the personal attention you get. It's not a stand at a bar, the person serving 10 different people. It's appointment only. They have a lot of information that they share about the property and the wines. It's very informative, and it's a great experience. And the wines are good.
One of the things that makes Linden really special is Jim Law, who started Linden and who's the farmer here. He is a farmer at heart, so he really wants to understand the land, the vines, what grows well here, and he makes a good wine from what he cares about what goes into the bottle. And
yes, there's a reason why Linden has a very special spot in Virginia winemaking.
Yes. If you come to Virginia and you ask the best wineries, he is near the top.
There may be one better, and that's where we're headed next.
Quick lunch stop today at Red Truck Rural Bakery in Marshall, Virginia, one of our favorite spots for grab-and-go sandwiches and some pastries.
When you're planning your trip, 90 minutes per winery is good, and don't try and do more than 2 in a day. 3 is a bit of a stretch.
Our final stop on this trip is probably one of the most exclusive tasting experiences in Virginia.
Welcome to Lost Mountain, formerly known as RDV Vineyards.
Lost Mountain focuses on red wines. Their flagship, the aptly named Lost Mountain, is a left bank Bordeaux-style blend dominated by Cabernet Sauvignon. The 100-acre estate currently has 18 acres of vines planted on a steep, rocky hillside. This was intentional as rain drains away from the vines, leading to better fruit for winemaking. Originally started by Rutger de Vink, hence the original name RDV, the first vintage was 2008. His mission? Create a great American Grand Cru. In 2024, in a move that shocked the Virginia wine community, RDV was purchased by Utopia Wine Estates, a prestigious family of wines from France. As Rutger handed over the reins, the winery was rebranded as Lost Mountain. Master of Wine Josh Gaynor is still at the helm as winemaker and has crafted every vintage the estate has produced. A visit to Lost Mountain is by reservation only. Lost Mountain's dramatic silo and tasting room sit at the base of the hill with the vines in the background. The tasting room looks more like a modern farmhouse. The building blends raw concrete with wood floors and paneled walls. Tours and tastings start at $120 per person and normally take about 90 minutes. When booking a tour, you'll walk the vines, learn about the winemaking process, and get a special treat as you head underground into the cave. While common in other wine regions, a wine cave is not that common in Virginia. This is where multiple vintages are waiting in French oak, awaiting future bottling. At the end of the tour, it's a seated tasting and the wines are paired with light bites. Everything here is an elevated experience, from the high-end stemware to the menu offering caviar and Krug champagne. Trevor enjoyed a glass of Lost Mountain, and I had their comparative tasting, which included 2 vintages of Lost Mountain and 2 vintages of their second wine, Rendezvous. This was accompanied by some breadsticks, cherries, and duck prosciutto.
If you are familiar with tasting wine in Napa Valley or maybe in France, is more of that style. It's gonna be more of a living room. You're gonna sit down, you may order some food, they're gonna pour some wines. It's not gonna be a stand-up at a tasting bar experience. It's a little bit more elevated than you'll find at a lot of Virginia wineries. That doesn't make other wineries less, this is just a different style.
Many wines are available by the glass or bottle to enjoy on site. Limited amounts of wine may be available for purchase. Look to spend $110 to $265 per bottle.
We've made it to the end of our wine tour here in Virginia. That was Lost Mountain. What did you think?
Lost Mountain is always a unique experience, something more like you would find in Napa than Virginia. So I think for our weekend, this was a great way to end it.
I agree. If you want something on the higher end, maybe a little pricey, it is definitely worth the visit.
But how are their wines?
The wines are excellent. If you are a fan of French wines, like from Bordeaux or from California, like Napa, you will like the experience that you're gonna get here.
Wine tasting can be a bit intimidating if you've never visited a tasting room or winery before, so we wanted to provide some quick tips. Before you visit a winery, find out if they offer walk-ins or if they are tasting by appointment only. Check the winery's website or ask in advance about tasting fees. These can vary wildly. Many wineries will waive these fees if you join their wine club or buy a certain number of bottles. This is usually written out on the tasting information card, but if not, don't be afraid to ask. Our recommendation: don't join every club unless you really like the wine. Wine clubs are a commitment to regular shipments. If you join multiple clubs, you may be in for a shock when they all start arriving at once. You don't have to like every wine or winery. We always ask for a dump cup. This is not offensive and is perfectly normal. Don't feel like you have to finish every glass that's poured. If you don't want to buy any wine, pay your tasting fee, and move on.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you learned something new on this Virginia weekend.
We have also done a wine tour of Paso Robles. We'll link that in the description. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and let us know down in the comments if you'd like to see more of these types of wine tours.
For even more content, you can check out our channel memberships here and on Patreon, where we post exclusive content that doesn't fit here on the main channel. On to the next adventure.